You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
And we're in. There it is. It's happening.
Oh, sick. I just got the alert that we went live.
Whoa. 8 o'clock
Crazy.
on the dot. What did I tell you?
God, we're so good at this.
It's like we put some thought and effort into things sometimes.
Don't say that. Don't say that until we until we finish this.
Okay, yeah, given the topic of tonight's discussion, we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna see how far off the rails we can get tonight. Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary from the Monstrous Activity Surveillance and Observation Network. My name is Michael Wingate. I'm here with Ashton Laurel. Tonight, dear friends, we are going to cover something that I personally feel deeply uncomfortable thinking about. And maybe we can unpack that tonight, and maybe we won't. But you know what? I'm just gonna hand it over. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna first, before we get into this, I feel like I need to ask a couple of clarifying questions. Like, Ashton, are you okay?
In what way?
Like, is everything like, are you feeling all right? Like,
Yeah.
everything's good. You're everything's okay. Like in your brain, sort of.
No.
Like, okay.
No. I think we know that.
Right. Yeah. No. Well, see, that's the thing is, when you told me about the topic of tonight's discussion,
Yeah.
my first reaction was, oh, Ashton is unwell. So,
Would you have preferred the other topic I suggested?
Not necessarily. It's just it's well, and that was therein with the choice too, was like another like, oh yes, that seals it for me. Like clearly Ashton is troubled.
Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah, I'm having a time, okay?
Yeah, you're having. How can I help? I'm here for you. What can I
know.
What can I do to make this all go away?
I don't know. And I'm
Okay.
trying. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Maybe it's nothing. Maybe
That's
it's
fine.
nothing.
Well, then,
Maybe this is what I've always meant to be.
You know what? Ashton, you can take it away.
Great. So I think we all have the same question on our minds. We've all thought it before. It's haunted my dreams. It's haunted your dreams. It's haunted the dreams of everyone ever. I know you've thought about it. You've thought about this question before. And it's a simple question, and it's just, who did Goofy fuck? Who did Goofy fuck? And that's it. I think we all want to know. Goofy has a son, and Goofy canonically fucked someone, and he's the only character.
I swear we've had this conversation before.
We've had the conversation because I'm obsessed with this. We've definitely talked about it. I don't think I've ever gone into detail.
I've definitely argued.
We've talked about it
to you.
Yeah, we've talked about it for sure. But I've never done a presentation on it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But that's the question. Who did Goofy fuck? Jeez. Before we get started, do you have any ideas? Who do you think Goofy fucked?
Well, yeah, I've got a couple of ideas.
Great.
And now here's the thing. Are you trying to answer the question, who is Max's mom? Or are you trying to answer the question, who did Goofy fuck? Because in the first question, there is only one answer. There's a certainty that you're going to have a singular answer to the question, who is Max Goof's mom? Now, the second question, who did Goofy fuck? It's a little more open-ended. There is no certainty of singularity here, because Goofy's got that dog in him. If you will remember correctly from the earlier cartoons, Goofy punches way up above his weight class. with Clarabelle Cow. He
Yep.
has a long and storied relationship with Clarabelle the cow, dating all the way back to sort of the inception of Goofy as a character in Walt Disney cartoons. And that is a fact that I somehow know.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
That is, I don't know where it came
Because
to
Michael looks up goofy Clarabelle porn like on the daily. That's what I learned. Right. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
it's not daily, all right?
Okay. I mean, okay. So the question, I guess it's both of them, right? So we know that canonically Goofy has to have fucked someone. Because,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
we can say, like, Minnie and Mickey, we can say, have been fucking dating, like, since forever.
Right.
But, like, there's no canonical proof, even though they totally have, but there's no canonical proof
yeah.
that they have fucked.
Yeah.
Like, there's no actual proof. But we have real life proof in Max Goof that Goofy has, in fact, had sex with someone.
Right.
So the question is, like, who is that person? But also, I mean, we could kind of extend it to, like, who did Goofy fuck? Like, who canonically did Goofy fuck?
I'll tell you right now, we can wrap the episode. Everyone. The answer is everyone. Goofy's got that
Including
dog
me.
in him. Goofy's got that dog in him. And he fucked everybody in the clubhouse.
Yeah, exactly. But so that's what I kind of wanted to dig into, and it did get changed a little bit. Like about halfway through, I kind of like, much like I always do, I found something that kind of like took me off track from the original question, and then but I do think that the original question still will like track for the whole thing, but in a different way, and I think that you'll see.
Okay.
So moving on again, I did do this maybe an hour ago. Really fast. Don't remember what these slides are. I remember maybe like 2 slides.
Okay, so another fever dream sort
Yeah.
of like you will be discovering these with me.
Yeah.
There's a
for sure.
comfort
Yeah.
to me in that, I think. That makes me feel better about this whole sort of situation because you're sort of going on the same ride as
Yeah.
I am, and honestly, it's not, and so it's I can't be frustrated with you because
Yeah.
we're on this ride together,
Yeah.
and it's just the chaos gremlin inside you that we can
Yeah,
we
neither
can
of us
both
made these.
unite against the chaos gremlin.
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
mind.
We didn't do this. This was someone else.
No, this
who
was
made
not us.
this.
This
This
is
is a different person.
yeah.
So who did Goofy fuck? So
You know how hard a Goofy movie slaps?
it slaps
Ashton,
really hard.
Ashton, a Goofy movie has everything.
It has everything.
A Goofy movie has everything. It has incredible references that are today so dated, so old. It's got, oh man. Goofy movie has Bigfoot. Goofy movie has Chuck E. Cheese. Goofy movie.
Everything that we've talked about.
Everything that we are into, Goofy movie's got it. Goofy movie straight up has it. It's everything. That movie is everything to me and my childhood.
Yeah, so it's hard to be cool when your dad's Goofy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That is the tagline
so-
of the film. Yeah.
Yeah, so full names of Goofy and Max: G Goofy Goof and Maximilian Max Goof.
Right.
They're Christian names. They're full Christian names
Yes.
there, given to them by God.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which God? We don't know.
well, I think we know. We know Walt Disney. We know Walt Disney.
Well,
Let's.
that's fair.
We know what he was. We know he believed in.
That's fair.
So again, we're just like, I wanted to very strongly establish that Goofy has fucked.
Of course.
And there he is.
We're all adults here. We're all
Yeah.
adults here, and we can discuss we can discuss with maturity and nuance the complexities of GG Goofy Goof's personal life, personal doings, personal habits, personal Dow.
I just had sorry, I literally went off into another plane of existence as
Me
I
too.
imagined Goofy having sex for a second.
Me
And
too,
I
yeah.
like
That's
fully,
where I
like,
was at too. I lost sort of where I was at, and I was sort of floating in an astral sea. Yeah. Yeah, that was difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, but it happened.
Okay.
It did.
Well,
And
yes.
that's something that we know.
Now, are we rock solid that Goofy
Yes.
is the father? We're rock solid
Yes.
that Goofy's the father. We've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
the paternity test, but here's the thing.
Oh.
But listen, I'm just advocating for the devil here.
Yeah.
And I'm just a simple small town lawyer. But I must attest that isn't it possible, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that GG Goofy Goof is not the father?
Well, he was there for the birth.
Oh, okay. Well, but still,
Yeah.
Is there not a possibility? Are we?
There is the slimmest possibility.
But you're saying
he is
there's
not
a
the-
chance.
but the slimmest possibility. The
But
slimmest.
But you're
here's
saying
the thing.
there's a chance.
Here's why I'm not going to say there is a chance, because Goofy firmly believes that Max is his son.
Yeah.
So even if he wasn't, Goofy believes, which means Goofy has had sex.
For all intents and purposes. Oh, well, what if Goofy? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What if Goofy didn't have that dog in him? What if Goofy didn't have that dog in him? You know what I mean? What if Goofy didn't have that dog in him? And what if he didn't know? What if he truly believed? What if Goofy truly
I sent you that picture of Goofy with a giant dick, haven't I?
Okay, but that's not canon.
Okay, well, I just okay.
What if he didn't know? What
Anyway.
if Goofy didn't know? No, what if Goofy didn't know? What if that kids come from sexual intercourse? What if Goofy is that much of a prude? What if Goofy doesn't have that dog in him? And what if Goofy just thinks that the stork brought Max, and that's how it works?
Well, Goofy was there for the birth. He saw Max be birthed. He was there.
Maybe he thought the stork. You don't know.
He was there.
I'm just advocating for the devil.
I know, but I'm letting you know he saw the whole process.
Okay, I just want you to get these seams.
I know,
tight.
and I appreciate it,
Because
and
otherwise this submarine is not gonna do the submarine thing.
And I get that, and I appreciate it, but there is, if Goofy is not the father, he firmly believes that he is the father.
Yeah.
In which case, he did have sex with Max's mother. So Goofy has fucked. Okay? And if you're gonna tell me that Goofy doesn't know that how Goofy is a single parent, and he had to explain the birds and the bees to Max.
I'm sorry,
okay?
I just
and can you imagine
fully
that?
disassociated to Goofy doesn't know in the to the tune of Scotty doesn't know. And just picturing just like straight up a Disney animated Euro trip. That would be wild. Sorry, I lost everything that you've said this entire episode so far. I was just fully lost in that. I wrote 3/4 of a screenplay, actually. Just got to break the story.
Goofy, just the main point is that Goofy, as a single father, at one point had to explain to Max how the birds and the bees worked. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So he had to have that conversation.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you think
So
that
Goofy has to
conversation
know.
went?
I don't want to talk about
I think
it.
it went a little something like this.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Do it. Yeah, do it. No, do it. Do it. Do it.
Moving on.
No, do it. You said you have to do it. Do it.
Oh, I was teeing you up.
I can't do a Goofy. You know I can't do impressions.
What are you talking about? Your impressions are spot on. You sounded just like Goofy. Right
I can only do Michael
before we
Caine.
went live, you were doing a spot on Goofy impression. I could have sworn you were playing clips of Goofy. Yeah, you have to
I am
show
gonna
me.
murder you. Anyway, Goofy is fucked.
We got that
That's all
live.
we were...
That was you said that live on live national television, Ashton.
Good.
Now if I go missing, we have the evidence. It's all.
I hope people come. If you go missing, do come for me. I hope the FBI is listening. Yeah, I am the number one.
It's fair. It's fair.
Come after me. I would be proud. Okay. Goofy's fucked. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm
Goofy's
here for
fucked.
it.
Okay? Let's just talk about it.
Okay.
So, this is George Geef.
What?
This is George Geef.
What is that? What does that have to do with Gigi Goof?
This is Goofy. But this isn't Goofy. This is George Geef.
So is George Geef GG? George Geef Goof?
Yes.
Oh no. No.
So,
you can't do
yeah.
that. George Geef
So,
Goof?
yeah, George Geef.
No wonder he's doing the GG. I mean, that feels like a smart play, to be honest.
So George Geef was the second iteration of Goofy. So he was not so much the like silly, goofy guy. He was very much a like family man, who is like here to take care of his family. He has a son that he chases around the house. He has a wife whose face you never see. He does it like he has the goofy face, but he's not goofy. Like you could see his face he's not goofy, right?
He's a dog just like Goofy.
Right. So George Geef
Yeah.
had his own series of like TV episodes. That includes in 1951 Fathers Are People.
Oh, that's
which is
Goofy.
the first. So that's Goofy.
That's Goofy.
That was the first. So this was the first instance of Goof Jr.
No, if you roll back one, I will say this image for those at home of Goofy in the sort of like jodhpurs and bow tie and hat, right? His ears are concealed. He looks very professional, and this feels almost more in the style of like 101 Dalmatians. You know what I mean? It feels like more of that like polished, stylized, little less like Steamboat Willie, a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels more refined. And this next image harkens more back to like classic Donald Duck cartoons with like sort of exaggerated posturing, and then you can see this is a much more Goofy resembling Geef. Yes. George Geef Goof. Mr. Yeah. Geef Goof Goof. I love it.
So this was his the first instance of Goof Jr. And it was in the Fathers Are People.
Now this is Goof Jr., this is not Max.
Well, hold on now. So at this point, looking at this, knowing that this guy's name is George Geef, knowing that his son is Goof Jr., this is 1951. You're thinking this is probably a different iteration, and we should not count this, right?
Sure.
However, there is an episode, I believe it's there is an episode in the future where Max does talk about Goof Jr. Goof Jr. is canonically, he does exist.
That is a horrifying creature. Now, what
Do you see this little fucker?
Okay, what we are looking at here. What we are looking at here appears to be a hairless human dog hybrid. Well, hairless except for red hair where a human's hair would be. No dog ears here. But we got a sort of animal nose. Now this is, you know what this resembles? This is Hoovian in nature.
It very much is.
This is very Hoovian.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got sort of the little pouty puppy dog face, but everything else screams human child. Now the level of uncanny valley I am feeling right now, looking at this picture, I'm feeling levels of terror I have not felt in quite some time. Can you please explain this image to me in the simplest terms possible?
This is Goof Jr. and he's missing.
Well, I wonder why that abomination went missing.
Or is he?
Or is he? Okay, missing with a question mark. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Is he?
Is he missing? I don't know. You said that he was, and I took your word for it.
You'd think he was, right? Because you've never seen this fucker ever before.
I'm starting to think you're not a reliable narrator here because you just asserted that he's missing, and I didn't know anything about that. But because you're the one that researched this, I'm like, okay, I got you. He's
can't believe
missing.
everything you hear.
And then, but you said it though. You said it though.
And then you trust me after the Scott Steiner thing?
I feel betrayed.
Okay. Sorry. It's not my fault. So, Goof Jr. missing question mark.
Okay.
Is he?
It's just that it explicitly is your fault, is the thing.
In Goofy's Greatest Hits in 1998, it confirms that both characters, Goof Jr. and Max Goof, are the same, as Max says that he used to star with his dad in some of his shorts with clips featuring different scenes of Goofy Jr. from various shorts. That motherfucker is Max.
Wait a minute.
That is Max.
No, but
Max says, I starred in old shorts with my dad, and then they showed pictures of Goofy Jr.
So they shaved him. So they shaved him down. So they shaved him and put him in a pair of overalls and a t-shirt and bleached his head and dyed it red. And
this was before, though. This was the 50s. This was the original Goofy.
Yeah.
Goofy Jr.
Yeah.
So this...
And it's a horrible abomination that I don't want to look at anymore.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
there you
why
go.
Is it back? See, again, now, here's the thing. You look at Max.
Yeah.
You look at Max on the right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at Max on the left here. Now, you can clearly see that the difference between the two is that one of them has their arms shaven and has red hair. And
I didn't notice the arms.
Yeah. Did you not notice the flesh-colored everything?
Oh, they did shave his arm.
They shaved, so they took this little boy. You're telling me that in the canon of Walt Disney, these cartoon animals took this little boy and shaved his whole body and bleached his head and dyed his hair red.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, when I bleach my natural hair color, that is the color I get.
Now, how many DUIs...
So you don't really need to dye it.
How many DUIs has Max Goof gotten? How many times has Max Goof been kicked out of a nightclub to date is
so
my
many
question.
times.
Because he
so many times.
cannot be a well-adjusted adult now. Has anybody seen Max Goof lately? Do you know the whereabouts? It's 8:25 p.m. Do you know where Max Goof is?
Max Goof is?
Email the rabbit hole at MosfetRecords.com if you know the location or the whereabouts, the general whereabouts of Max Goof, we want to know.
Yeah. So looking at these two, they are the same person. Um, Canonically, somehow,
And his
they are the
nose.
same
A
character.
lot of makeup, I guess.
Yeah. So this also means that like George Geef and Goofy are the same person, which is a little bit more obvious, but we can't really say that they're different iterations.
So, okay, so this is getting really meta. So Goofy, who is a star of many Disney cartoons,
Hmm.
also is as Goofy, it's the tale of him sort of like as an actor in this world. And when it's Geef, it's Goofy playing a role in a cartoon
I
as
I suppose you could argue that because Max does say that he was in shorts with his dad, right? So you could say that like maybe George Geef is the actual like Goofy, like that's standard Goofy. And then Goofy, how we know Goofy, that's like an actor, he's playing it up. So like
well,
you
no,
could
no, no,
very
no.
much say
That's what I'm saying is the opposite. I think that the
the
Goofy
opposite.
we know is like he's like a regular guy, but he's an actor. He
Oh,
like used to
okay.
be an actor, and he used to do these short films as. So
Oh.
he's more like a content creator now with the rest of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Like they're all content
Hmm.
creators, and they all sort of used to be actors. Like you ever seen Mickey Mouse like in Jack and the Beanstalk, or like
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse in like the Island of the Lilliputians, like the
Oh yeah, I played
like
Epic Mickey. Yeah.
so Mickey, yeah, Mickey has like a storied history of being an actor and
Hmm.
retelling famous stories. And now he's sort of turned content creator with the clubhouse and
Yeah.
everything. And so that's sort of, I think that's sort of what we're seeing here
Yeah.
is like a bunch of like washed up former actors from like the 40s and 50s that are now like turning uh, to more digital forms of content creation. And it's just just as much as the enshittification of everything else in the world. It shows where everything's headed, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Great.
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
that
very
was the
much.
rabbit hole. And is
Well,
there more?
sir, we're not done yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
thank you.
Oh,
No,
I'm so
way
sorry.
more. So this is him in 1992.
Okay.
Just another picture of Max. We got a lot of pictures of Max in here.
That's a great
No, for
picture
no
of
reason.
Max. That's a good picture of Max. That's
Look
from
how cool.
1992.
That's
You
him a
said.
little bit. That's him a little bit older.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, he's ditched
Um,
the backpack and the sort of colorful sneakers for some more conservative
yeah.
skateboarder gear.
So Mrs. Geef was shown a couple of times in the old George Geef
Oh Jesus, fuck! That's a
cartoons.
human.
That is a human woman.
That's a human woman. Oh my god, that's a human
Never.
woman.
Her face has never been shown. You've only ever seen her back.
Ashton. That's a
Yeah,
human
it's a human
woman.
huh? That's a human woman. So now, if you look at her and then you go back and look at Goofy Jr., it kind of makes sense, right? A little human dog hybrid there.
Yeah. Okay.
That kind of tracks, right?
Okay. Here's where I'm at on this.
Yeah.
I've already jumped to a conclusion, and I think the evidence will support it.
Okay.
It's a BoJack Horseman situation
Okay.
where Goofy is sort of like the animal actor in
I see.
in this George Geef show, right? And the reason that this show got greenlit, oh god, here it is. Here it is. Here's where I'm at on this. Okay? This is the narrative that makes sense in my brain. Goofy was never supposed to be a big name in the Disney canon. But Goofy, while he was like a set guy, like he was like a deckhand, right? in Disney Studios, right? Who would get the occasional like extra work.
Yeah.
And he was like, he had a thing with Clarabelle Cow, but he also had a thing with this human woman who is like maybe like the daughter or niece of like one of the producers or something, and they had a child, this bastard abomination of a child, and to to sort of sweep it under the rug, this horrible abomination of a creature and this vile thing that had happened on the Walt Disney set. They greenlit a short run of a show to like sort of justify like and they hid the conspiracy in plain sight in the Geef cartoons.
I mean, maybe. Here's the thing. That's not the conspiracy yet.
Okay.
We're not at the conspiracy.
Well, it feels like
we're leading into the conspiracy.
Let me be clear. If I never saw any images of pre-90s Max Goof.
Yeah.
If I never saw them ever again for as long as I live.
And you will, because I'll be sending you pictures every once in a while.
I could breathe easy. I want you to know, I want to make it clear that this horrible abomination of an animation.
Wait, you don't think he's cute?
That is horrible. Get that out of my face. That is his butt. That is his bare butt now you're showing me. You're now showing me his bare, and might I add, hairless. You feel good about yourself? You feel good about yourself showing me a child's hairless, nubile bottom?
First of all, that was the cover. That was the cover of the episode. Fathers are people, okay?
Yeah,
it was that.
That's deeply problematic. Do you feel good about yourself?
I'm the journalist here. I'm giving you, I'm here to deliver the news.
I didn't want to see any of this. I wish that you had redacted that image.
Well, we're not fucking done, okay? We have so much more to get through because we haven't hit the conspiracy yet.
So
we haven't hit the point.
Goofy straight up was hitting a human woman.
Yes, apparently.
On the reg.
Sure. So here's Pete. You know Pete?
Yeah, I know Pete.
Yeah, you know Pete.
I know Pete.
So, I do want to go back to Mrs. Geef really, really quick before I
again,
talk about
the human
Pete.
woman.
The human woman. So she is shown as Goofy's wife. Never really established as Max's mom, though. Like, she's very much just like a woman who like sits there.
Definitely Max's mom. Or Max's mom was human.
Yes. But she's
sure.
the woman who sits there and like is just like there for, she doesn't have any lines ever. She just kind of like is a set piece basically. And so it's kind of like possible that this could be somewhat, it's possible that this could be someone they threw in. But like either way, we never see her face, and never in the future has there ever been like anyone else who could possibly be Max's mom or anyone else that could like ever besides the possibility of Clarabelle Cow.
Well, no, because that's
Goofy.
No, that's a human woman right there.
Right.
So
we have Pete.
Yeah.
Now in the original,
who I should say is not a human woman.
Okay, yeah, Pete is not a human woman. So the reason I have Pete up here is because in the old George Geef cartoons, Pete was in them as well.
Yes.
And not only was Pete in them, but his son Pete Jr. was also in them.
Okay.
And I have an image of Pete Jr. And if you thought that Goofy Jr. was scary, I'm terrified to show you what the old version of Pete Jr. looks like, because this one gave me nightmares.
Okay.
So So, so this is his first appearance.
And I think that is.
Do you want
God,
to describe kind of what the old version of Pete Jr. looks like?
You know,
Well,
here's the
compare
thing.
him to PJ, who I think
I
like a
love
lot of people
PJ.
know about PJ.
I love PJ. PJ is my boy.
Yeah.
PJ's my homeboy for sure.
Yeah.
I love PJ. He's a good dude.
PJ from the Goof Troop or Very Goofy Movie, you know?
Yeah.
Love him.
Love PJ. PJ, much like his father, large, rotund, dog. Another dog.
I think he's a cat.
Pete's
I think
a
they're cats.
They're not cats. There's no way they're cats.
I think they're cats. Yeah, they're cats.
Seriously?
I can Google it, but I'm pretty sure he's a cat. Yeah.
Pete's a cat?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm pretty sure.
I guess that does make sense. He's just like a big fat cat. I guess that makes sense. They look more like German shepherds though. I guess cat people maybe. Or Doberman pinchers. No, old PJ.
Yeah, he was defined as he's a cat.
Okay, that I guess that makes sense, and I learned something new today. Old PJ, old Pete Jr. is, I guess, the closest thing that I could say it is. It resembles simultaneously a minstrel show and a marionette.
Yeah, marionette.
At the same time, it looks like the way the eyes are sort of like split and like kind of looking off into opposite directions is very eerie. And this looks like the kind of cartoon that you would see playing in the background of a horror film.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not.
Like, this
it
is in the
good.
serial killer's kill room. Like, this is on a loop. That's a horrible
horrible image, right?
image. That's
But
awful.
doesn't it make you feel better about Goofy Jr.?
No.
It makes me feel better.
It makes
about
me
Goofy
feel
Jr.
worse about this episode. It makes me feel worse for the viewers. It makes me feel sad and empty inside.
For those of you listening, go ahead. Feel free to look up Goofy Jr. and Pete Jr. in the old 1950s cartoons.
Don't listen to her. Do not listen to her.
You know, you could learn something.
No.
But I wanted to talk about this because canonically, I just thought it's interesting that if Max were saying that he starred in these films with his dad, like that is canonically PJ. That is the same person.
Sure. Sure.
And the other thing is that there's a huge difference between Max and PJ, and that is that PJ has a mom, a very clear, present mom named Peg.
Yes.
Who is seen.
And Peg is also a cat.
Yes.
Okay.
And but like the point is that she is there.
Sure.
So it's not, you know, like it's not like, oh, this is a show only about single dads or something. Like they leaned into it. It's like Goofy's, you know what I mean? Where it's like, this isn't a show about single dads. This is just this one single dad. You get what I'm saying? Does this make sense to you? You get what I'm saying here?
I'm just starting to
kind of fall for Peg. I get it.
No.
She is kind of thick.
No. I'm just starting to understand sort of the conventions of these new sitcom animals, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And the fully shaven body thing,
yeah,
you cannot unsee. Once you have seen it, you will notice it forever. This cat has hair like a human woman.
Yeah.
And nowhere else. And that is wild.
Well, the other thing is that Peg and Pete, from what we've seen, have a pretty good relationship, right?
That's great.
So good for them.
Good for them.
Anyway, so this is kind of where I kind of went off on a little tangent because I was looking up some more information about Goofy's wife or Max's mom, and I came across some information here. And this is some information about this is right before the Goof Troop came out. And what's particularly interesting,
this microfiche? Like, what are we looking at here?
what is particularly interesting is the last paragraph here. So this was the backstory for the Goof Troop, a TV show. Like, this is what was the Goof Troop. And I need you to read the last paragraph because that is very important.
P.S. The big question is, if the Goofy family consists of a boy, a dad, and a grandfather, what happened to all the Goofy women? How about this for speculation? Grandpa can't remember where he last saw Grandma. Might have been back in 42 during that Grateful Dead concert. Wait a minute. 62.
Yeah.
62. I can't. It's so tiny. I'm sorry. Might have been back in 62 during that Grateful Dead concert when the drummer suddenly combusted spontaneously. And Goofy sadly remembers the summer vacation when he lost the missus in the Grand Canyon. Seems he was taking her picture by the canyon when he asked her to step back a little further. Of course, the last thing he heard was the little woman's yah-ha-hooey as she disappeared from sight. Okay.
So this was in the official like backstory for the Goof Troop.
No, where did you get that?
Fucking, I'll fucking send you the link. It was like
No.
the Goof Troop fucking.
This was written. This was written by the Goof Troop
writers. Yeah, this was like this was like the script like character descriptions and like the plot line of the show. Yeah.
No, I hate this. Why are we doing this?
So this is where the question changes. It's not who did Goofy fuck. It's who didn't
Goofy fuck.
It's who did Goofy fuck over.
Oh no.
First of all, Grateful Dead was formed in 1965, Grandpa. Telling me what, you last saw Grandpa in 62 at a Grateful Dead concert?
Before 1965, they were playing shows technically under the name The Warlocks. Now you have stumbled. But he said. Now I know,
the Grateful Dead.
But now you have stumbled onto one of my.
I know, and I'm very glad.
We got my one of my Grateful Dead tattoos right here. Got another one right here.
I fully believe that you would know everything about this, so that's I just fucking.
Yeah, man, I love the Dead. Let's go. And 65. You know what? It's pretty fucking wild that you're doing this because I don't even know if you're aware of this, but rest in peace, Bob Weir, one of the founding members of the Grateful Dead, who just recently passed. One of the greats.
No, I do not.
Yeah, so it's pretty wild that you're doing this right now. Actually, I got the news that Bob Weir had passed when I was about to go on stage at a gig in Connecticut last week. I don't know what time is anymore. Anyway, yeah, last week I was about to go on stage at a venue in Connecticut with my band, and we got the news that Bob Weir had died, so we changed our set so we would do a Grateful Dead tune in honor of the man, the myth, the legend. It's crazy.
Whose band was formed in 65 and not in 62.
And not in 62.
Even though he was playing in 62, but still, it wouldn't have been a Grateful Dead concert in 62.
That's true. They were playing in warehouses, like and during the acid test, and on a bus.
So Grandpa, get your story straight. Here's the other thing. I want to talk about the Grand Canyon for a second.
Yeah.
I did some research on the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Grand Canyon's pretty big.
Yeah, huge.
Okay? It's pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
It's not easy to fall off the edge.
Okay.
Now, Goofy specifically, like, he was taking a picture by the canyon, but it says that he lost her in the canyon. What does that story mean?
Goofy straight up killed his fucking wife.
Like, if you were saying this, so the cops come up and like if I was a fucking detective and this man was like, I was taking a picture by the canyon, you know, I lost her in the canyon, that fucking doesn't track, Goofy.
No, that doesn't make sense, man. That doesn't make sense.
Like, you can't have both.
Oh, fuck.
If you're by the canyon, you're not in the canyon.
Fuck, Goofy killed his goddamn wife. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, man.
So here's a map of all the deaths in the Grand Canyon in the past.
Shut the fuck up.
So you can see the ones that are blue are drownings. You can see a couple that are airplane crashes. You can see falling ones here. You can see some that are like natural disasters. So the big ones seem to be on like the right side of the Grand Canyon, and that is where a lot of the tourist spots are. So going here, I did zoom in a little bit. So this is like we have the two biggest kind of like tourist areas where you go and like see the Grand Canyon, right?
Okay.
Not like actually go in hiking, because you can go in hiking. That's where a lot of people do go missing. They do have a rescue service that rescues on average actually about 3 people a day that go hiking.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's people. You know what? Public service announcement. If you're new to hiking, even if you're like, you feel like you've got a few good hikes, take it from a New Englander. Take it from our hikes are you know, they're pretty good. They're pretty good sometimes. Take it from a New Englander. Take it from a climber. If you're fairly new to hiking, don't go fuck around in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Go to your local climbing gym. If you want to go see the Grand Canyon and observe the majesty of nature, well then go, by all means. But don't go fucking around climbing in there. These people, you know, 3 people a day? 3 people a day? Really? 3 people a day?
On average, yeah.
That's you're risking these people putting their lives on the line. They fucking bail you out of a situation that you got yourself into because your sorry Tuckus couldn't make it up the fucking cliff face or whatever you're doing. You know, enough of that. You know, these people they work hard. So
yeah. And I believe it was last year in 2025, there were 17 deaths total out of the about however many went were
I'm gonna need a number. Okay,
I pulled it up. I didn't write down the actual
because if 20 people went to the Grand Canyon.
Well, no, I say like 17 deaths out of all of the people that called for emergency services. 17 died.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I understand. And how many people visited the Grand Canyon?
Visited the Grand Canyon? A lot, but I mean like called for emergency services.
Yeah.
I can look it up again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just like how many people a year does the Grand Canyon get?
Yeah. Does it get?
How many does it get? How many does it swallow into its salty depths?
Okay, this is 1,000 between 2018 and 2023, so that's not yearly.
What? Wait, 1,000 people visited the Grand Canyon between 2017 and 2020.
Called emergency services.
Oh, okay. I see.
Here we go. Geology, blah, blah, blah. I found this page earlier and now I have to... it has the most missing... Oh, here we go. On average, about 11 people die per year in the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
About 900 people total have died in the Grand Canyon of all time.
And one of them was Goofy's wife.
One of them was Goofy's wife.
Okay, so 900 deaths in the Grand Canyon is too many deaths in the Grand Canyon, is what I'm going to say. But it is less deaths than I imagined total.
Weirdly, the biggest amount of deaths in the Grand Canyon, this really has nothing to do with Goofy, but it's just a fun fact, tell your friends. The biggest cause of death in the Grand Canyon is airplane crashes. So interesting, right? Yeah.
Huh.
But
Huh.
so yeah, so this is not at like the tourist spots, mainly like very far in, but at the tourist spots, you can see when you zoom in, you can see like very clearly how people died. So you got like falling here. This is dehydration. This
I
is like a
see.
natural disaster, so
I
like something
see.
falling on them rather than them falling. Um,
If you're gonna go out hiking in the Grand Canyon, bring water.
yeah.
You silly.
And then these ones here, like, where the guy's kind of just lying on his side, those are murders.
Those are murders, and one of those
Well,
presumably
here's the
is
thing.
Goofy's wife.
Well, we don't know because
We
it could
know.
have been,
Come on.
but no, I mean like it could not be I mean like maybe it's not registered as a murder. Maybe he played it off
It's not part of the
well enough.
demographic. I understand.
Right.
I understand.
But you can see like there are because I was like when I read that I was like there's no way people are falling off the edge at tourist spots.
No.
Like you would hear about that. Like there's
Yeah.
no way. But you can see like people do occasionally like fall off the edge.
Okay.
Like and then here too like all of these people like these are all falling deaths.
Okay.
These other ones
quite a few,
you might want
yeah.
to cut this. The other ones are people jumping off themselves, but
Yeah.
So-
I
but so people do like so like on the edges here you can so by the canyon, losing her in the canyon, this is going to be how you do it, right at the tourist spot, right at the edge here.
okay. Okay.
And what do you think? You think fucking Goofy's going to go hiking? He can't. Well, I mean, he's going to be by the canyon anyway. It's just whatever. So that's my Grand Canyon research a little bit.
Okay.
So why are their stories so both Goofy and Grandpa, their stories contain such little detail. Like, okay, I'm taking a picture of my wife and she falls in the canyon. I'm by the Grand Canyon and she falls. That's it?
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Like-
I don't buy
like-
it.
The way that he casually is like he just remembers, like that one fateful summer. Your wife died, sir. Like
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then Grandpa just being like, I saw her in '62 at a concert. She disappeared. Like, what are you talking about? Look for your wife, dude.
No. Well, we know what happened here. Oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
So Goofy's mother, despite vanishing around 1962, deserves more than a throwaway line. Thank you.
Yeah, agreed.
Mrs. Goof needs to have her disappearance investigated.
Yes, agreed.
Why is it that men never take women's disappearances seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. Hashtag justice for Mrs. Goof.
So there's two things.
Yeah.
There's two options. The first one is Goofies are a patriarchal species and dispose of women when they are no longer useful to them.
Yeah, okay.
So this is after they have one son.
Yeah, they bear the child. They bear the
They
chosen
have
one.
one son, and
Yep.
then
And that
and
is
then
all
it's
they're
time
good
to-
for.
and then it is time to create an accident, kill them off.
I'm buying this, to be honest. I'm on board with this one. I'm not
The,
no, I'm not on board with the ideology. But I can see this being how they operate. It's starting
Now-
to feel that way.
Now, I did kind of give Goofy a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. A little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
That's bars right there.
Thank you. And I wanted to possibly think about something else that could have happened. And so I do have a second possible theory. And that is that there's a Goofy family curse. And that maybe the Goofy women are cursed
Okay. That's less fun.
to die after giving birth to one
That's
son.
less fun, Ashton.
Well, okay, so I have a timeline here.
Okay, Jesus.
So we're just gonna fit some stuff in. So 1932
That's
is
a
where Dippy Dog makes his debut.
Dippy dog?
So that, do you remember when I said
Dippy Dog.
George Geef? George Geef was the second iteration. Dippy Dog is the first iteration of Goofy.
Dippy dog.
So Dippy Dog, this was the first shot of Goofy ever shown in Mickey's Review on May 27th,
Yeah.
1932.
Yeah.
So here he is eating peanuts, looking scraggly. 1932. Now 1950. This is where in Goof Troop and a couple of other things,
it does say that Goofy was born in 1950. They mentioned that a couple
Sure.
of times, that he was born in Spoonerville.
Okay.
However, he was seen in 32. You can argue that's possibly his father.
Okay.
That could be the grandfather, is Dippy Dog.
Dippy Dog.
However, then you move on to 1951, which his fathers are people, though, which is Goofy and Max. So
Sure.
we know that Goofy has to be born. Max has to be born in 1950, right?
Okay.
So, so Fathers Are People starring George Geef, or at least George Geef, has to be a father in 1951.
I just noticed the image not found of Grandma disappearing at a Grateful Dead show.
So 1962, Grandma disappears at a Grateful Dead show.
Couldn't have.
1965, Grateful Dead is formed. I just need to keep reiterating that fact.
That's very good.
The Grateful Dead was not formed in 62.
It was not.
And then 1992, the Goof Troop premieres. So we know, in between Grandma disappears at a Grateful Dead show and 1992, somewhere in between there, that is where Goofy's wife fell in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between that timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Max in 1997, that is when the Goofy movie came out. In 1992, he was around 12. I want to say 1997, I believe he was going to college. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
So he was around 18 in 97.
Yeah.
So if we were doing the math, his mom would have to have died within like those last 18 years.
Sure.
So we're gonna do some math there. So it would have to be anywhere between like late 70s, anywhere in the 80s.
Okay.
Where she found the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
So I don't know if that. I was trying to think if like maybe there's like a yearly thing where like, oh, once the son turns this age, you die. Like that's a curse thing.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
I see.
But it doesn't seem to be that, because Goofy was pretty old when Grandma disappeared.
Yeah.
So it does kind of in that way lean towards more that they did kill their wives.
Yeah, they definitely
more like
killed
Grandpa.
their wives. Yeah, for
more
sure.
like Grandpa made his wife disappear and then said, "Hey, life is great. You should do this to your wife." And Goofy just kind of did it. So
yeah,
that's kind of where my
I
brain's
can
at.
just see it. I can see Goofy going to Dippy Dog and sort of like telling him that he's having trouble with the missus, and sort of like asking for his advice, and Dippy Dog telling him to just kill his wife. And I think that conversation would a little something like this. Take it away, Ashton.
Great. So we're moving on.
Okay.
Anyway, I do want to talk about Clarabelle Cow really, really quick.
I would
because
love
while she is occasionally seen with Goofy,
You're
her
going to
main
talk about
significant
Horace
other-
Horsecollar, I know.
I am going to talk about Horace Horsecollar because that is her main significant other. And the most important thing is that if you go on Horace Horsecollar's page, Horace Horsecollar significant other is only Clarabelle Cow.
Well, yeah, because
no one else.
He's not sometimes fucking Goofy.
Right.
But
so,
everybody, pretty much everybody other than Horace Horsecollar is also fucking Goofy, though, to be honest.
So this leans into my possible theory about the curse, which is maybe Goofy is not committing to Clarabelle Cow because he's trying to save her from this curse. Yeah.
Okay.
So like that is a possible like thing there.
He's just hitting it.
So that leads into like the curse theory, but again, I do not. Things lead into the curse theory. Things lead into the murder theory. I do not know. There's things on both sides, but I think like at the end of the day, the thing is, who did Goofy fuck? Who did Goofy fuck? Because Goofy fucked someone.
Goofy fucked Max most of all.
He fucked someone.
He fucked Max out of a mother.
Exactly.
He fucked us out of an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
He fucked the studios by creating that horrible abomination bastard child.
You want to go back and I'll show you a picture?
Can we not?
Again?
I just don't want to look at that anymore. No, please don't do
back.
that. I'm asking you if you could just not. No, I don't like that.
Okay, do you want to see Peach Jr. again?
That's arguably worse.
Yeah,
but I can look. I do love that image of PJ on the right, so I can just sort of hone in my focus on that. and I'm happy in that space. Love PJ. I can hear his voice in my head right now. It's a good voice. Who was the one that wasn't Pauly Shore?
Oh, for sure.
In the Goofy movie,
yeah.
wasn't he one of the guys?
I think
he was
so.
The Leaning Tower of Cheese.
Yeah.
Wasn't that him? Wasn't that Pauly Shore? You guys
believe
remember
so.
Pauly Shore?
I don't know.
You guys
I do.
remember the
I met
90s?
him. I met him at the WWE event.
You
He was
met
at the
Pauly
event
Shore?
that I was at.
That's sick.
Yeah, he's at WWE. He's next to Post Malone.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. That's crazy. Hanging out with Post Malone and Pauly Shore at the.
I was not hanging out with them. Let me be so clear.
Well,
I
Post
was
Malone
2 rows
was
behind
getting in
them.
all of your.
He was being a
shots.
bitch about it.
Yeah.
He was being a bitch about it. But that's anyway. End of the day, Goofy fucked someone, and that's my presentation. What do you think of it?
To be honest, I'm the research of the Grand Canyon statistics that went into it. That I have some respect for that. That is some journalism right there.
I had to
Now,
know.
I think that my takeaway here is that Goofy definitely killed his wife. I think that Dippy Dog definitely killed his wife. I think that Goofy has been dipping his pen in the company ink for far too long. Who knows how many abomination children Goofy has in the Walt Disney cartoon vault? Who knows just how many horrible... Now once Dippy Dog is public domain, that is a horror film for you guys to do. That is one for you guys to do.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, anybody out there. Take that, indie filmmakers. Make that movie.
We can start writing it now. We don't have to produce it until,
I don't know what to... I don't even know what to think anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lost brain cells over the course of the last hour.
The line, okay. The line in the paragraph saying seems he was taking her picture by the canyon when he asked her to step back a little further is crazy.
No, the fact that this is from the writers, they could confirm the details, but it feels like they are leaning into they're sort of leaning into the implication.
Yeah.
Wow, Goofy really fucking did that. He really killed his wife.
Yeah. You heard it here first. Goofy killed his wife. George Geef killed his wife. Do you remember when at the beginning before we started you asked if this would ruin your childhood? Did it?
Well, here's the thing. I can only hope that Max Goof does not follow in this trend. And I can only hope that someday we do not live to see... I hope that we do not live to see the headlines reading, tragic loss, of Max Goof's wife, whoever that may end up being. Of course, this is all a cartoon. And all of this has been, in a word, nonsense.
Well...
So
you could no, I don't think so. I did research on the Grand Canyon. Thank you. So
I'll tell you what, I gave you props to that. I respected that. I'm here for it. Here's the thing. To those of you who have been watching or listening to the rabbit hole this evening, I'm so sorry for the hour of your lives that we have taken from you exploring this topic. I feel like I've done a disservice to everyone in the world tonight on live national television by
wow, I'm out here thinking
this discourse.
I fully dropped a bomb here tonight. I told you all I am I'm fucking. This is a true expose. No one
Yeah,
is talking
and it's
about
gonna
this.
make waves.
No one is talking about this.
It's gonna make waves, Ashton. We're now targets. We're now targets. I hope you know now that we are gonna be targets of Disney's
And we weren't after
secret-
last week's
secret
9/11
police.
episode?
Well, yeah, last week's 9/11 episode, our my audio got corrupted, so we can't even do the thing, and now you just put a target on my head for announcing to the world that in no uncertain terms, Goofy killed his wife. And that was brave of us, but also everybody who has listened to this is now complicit. Everybody everybody involved in any aspect of this is now part of it. And
Call your lawmakers. Tell them what Goofy did.
Tell them what Goofy did before
Call your senators.
before Goofy takes me out.
Uh-huh.
Call your senators.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have nothing else to say.
Well, thank you for endangering my life. Once again. And from the Monstrous Activity Surveillance and Observation Network, I have been Michael. That has been Ashton. This has been The Rabbit Hole. And if now the blame has shifted, if I die, if I go missing, first call is Goofy, second call is Ashton.
Would you still fuck him, though, is the question.
Goofy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
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 Okay.